I'm Melissa.
Hi, I'm Gillian.
Hi, I'm David.
And together we're Disabled DISventures. I have several medical conditions that limit my mobility. I call myself an ambulatory wheelchair user. I use a wheelchair or a mobility scooter anytime I'm outside the house in order to get around. I like to say that we're a disability lifestyle and travel.
We do videos on theme parks, cruise ships, and other places that we visit.
But come with us on our next adventure. So I went to Universal Orlando by myself without David and Gillian for a training, and we stayed at Universal's Endless Summer Dockside Inn and Suites. So this was our Islands of Adventure day. We were not able to park hop to Universal Studios that day because it was a block out for the type of tickets we had. We went and had lunch at Mythos. That was so good. And I got to see some pretty cool characters there in Universal Islands of Adventure. King Julian was out there dancing with all the little kids. It was so cute. I got my first look at Hogsmeade in Islands of Adventure, and it is so tight in there. Oh my gosh, it's so tight. We also went and checked out the newer coaster, which I will not go on. I am not a coaster person. It does things to me with my medical problems, so I do not go on the main roller coasters. I will go on some milder ones like Slinky Dog Dash and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but I am not going on the Jurassic Park one. That is as close as I'm getting. That video right there where I was standing, where it was going over my head, is as close as I'm getting, for sure, to that ride. So we also went into the dino area and saw one of the baby raptors hatched. I got to meet one of the baby raptors. She was so cute. And then we just kind of walked around the park looking at stuff the rest of the day. Because we were there to get training on Universal. I had never been. It had been a while for my friend that was with me since she had been, and we were there for training. So we basically kind of walked around the park and was looking at stuff. I really like all the splash areas they had for the kids. Now, when I was there, it was February. It was a little cold. They actually closed down Volcano Bay one of the days I was there because of how cold it was. I didn't get to go in because that was the day we were saving for Volcano Bay, and it was closed that day. So I didn't get to go. So there wasn't like kids playing in the splash areas and stuff. But it's so cool that they have them. So if you do have little ones, Universal and Islands of Adventure has some amazing splash areas. They also have rides for the little kids in the Dr. Seuss area. I didn't end up getting to go on any of the rides for the Dr. Seuss land, but I got to see them and they were pretty cool. I didn't really get any pictures or video of the Dr. Seuss land because we were going to go back and then we never ended up doing it. So it's mostly just the Toon area and the Spider-Man and all that kind of area. So I'm going to give you a little trivia here. The reason Disney, even though they own all these Marvel characters now, cannot put Marvel rides and Marvel attractions in Walt Disney World is because Universal had the rights first. And Universal did a really smart thing. They made this contract with Disney when Disney took it over to where Universal got to keep all of the attractions with the Marvel names, and that Disney couldn't put any Marvel attractions in their East Coast theme parks. That's why they're only in the West Coast theme parks. So really smart on Universal's part. So even though like Guardians of the Galaxy is Marvel, it won't say Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It'll just say Guardians of the Galaxy ride. They cannot have anything labeled Marvel, and that's why there isn't any Marvel themed stuff in Walt Disney World. So if you want to do Marvel with Disney, you got to go to California. So I also got the DAS pass while I was there. And Universal does their DAS completely different than Walt Disney World. and I'm going to do a whole video on using DAS with Universal. But this first day that we went, we really didn't do any rides. We did a couple. But we were just kind of like walking around, looking at stuff, taking photos, taking video. And did you see Captain America? He waved at me. They had superheroes out. I saw Cyclops. I saw Thor. And they're dressed more straight from the comic books than they are from the movies, because that's what they have the rights to for Universal, is the comic book ones. So, like, Cyclops' outfit was based on the comic book one. But yeah, they have all this amazing theming in Universal that it was a little better than what I expected, honestly. I mean, I'd only ever been to Disney parks, so that's what I'm used to. This was my very first time in a Universal park. So it was a little better than what I thought it was going to be. They also have Universal City Walk, which is in between Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, which is more kind of how Disneyland is and what I'm used to with Disneyland. So I thought that was super convenient, and we had a really great first day. Stay tuned for more.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video or go live.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Pinterest.
You can support us on our Patreon. We have tiers starting at $1 per month.
Thank you for all your support. If you want to see more, click the video in your right-hand corner.